Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I got a story that is, to be honest with you, quite troubling, but I believe that this is going to happen and I want people prepared for it. And we are seeing the war drums beating all over the world, right? We're seeing wars and rumors of wars. Now, a new story just came out of NBC, and even if it was completely made up, I want people to understand the importance of when these stories come out. You're seeing a narrative being built. You're seeing people get excited and when all else fails, they take you to war. Here's the title. Air Force General predicts war with China in 2025. Tells officers to prep by firing a clip at a target and aim for the head. It says right here, I hope I'm wrong. My gut tells me we will fight in 2025, said General Mike Minihan in a memo sent to the officers he commands and obtained by NBC News. It says right here, a 4-star Air Force general sent a memo on Friday to the officers he commands that predicts that the U.S. will be at war with China in 2 years and tells them to get ready to prep by firing a clip at a target and aim for the head. In the memo sent Friday and obtained by NBC News, General Mike Minihan, head of Air Mobility Command, said, I hope I'm wrong. My gut tells me we'll fight in 2025. Air Mobility Command has nearly 50,000 service members and nearly 500 planes and is responsible for transport and refueling. Minihan said in the memo that because both Taiwan and the U.S. will have presidential elections in 2024, the U.S. will be distracted and Chinese President Xi Jinping will have an opportunity to move on Taiwan. He lays out his goals for preparing, including building a fortified, ready, integrated, and agile joint force maneuver team ready to fight and win inside the first island chain. I'm going to stop right there and tell you that for the last few years, I have been explaining how the world's economic system is fracturing into two parts, literally the East versus the West. This is a very dangerous time in history because throughout at least the last 2 world wars, we saw where you can pin the war down to economies that were failing. And like we've heard before, when all else fails, they take you to war. And it's very true. And this is why it's very important to see the signs of the times and be proactive. Get ahead of this. Because not only is war horrific for the life that is lost, but there's so many other tragedies through war, through economic loss, and the resetting of societies. However, I believe, honestly, that if a nation is prepared and is strong in their finances, I believe that turnarounds happen much sooner. And I want people to be aware of what's going on. Regardless if this is just a narrative that's being built, since it's going out to the mass media, it's going to have, as more and more of these kind of news stories come up, people are literally just going to go, yeah, that's it, 2025, we're going to war. We're just going to go to war. And I want people to understand what's going on behind the scenes. The economies are splitting into two. China and Russia, along with the BRICS nations, are literally starting their own reserve currency. They're going their own way. They're abandoning US dollar trade. We are seeing on literally almost a monthly basis, another country walking away going, yeah, we don't need to use US dollars. The Eurozone is trying to control, between the Eurozone and the dollar, the US government, they're trying to control trade around the world. They're trying to hold on to that grip, but they're losing it. And that is why I believe that we are going to see war. And the one thing that I could share with you is the importance of being prepared. When supply chains get cut off, because of wartime, if Russia and Ukraine taught us anything, was how drastic the supply chain gets cut. I have a story about the glut of fertilizer around the world, blaming Russia and Ukraine because of that industry, how it was cut off. Like certain things, farmers cannot grow things like they used to because they can't get their hands on enough fertilizer. That is going to be worse if we have superpowers going to war. It is going to be magnified by 10, maybe even 20. So that's why it's important to have emergency food. And I'm not talking about just a little. Honestly, if you don't have 6 months worth of like canned goods, why not? It's just funny to me. We used to be people that depended on having extra food for the winter, but this on-time delivery supply chain, we've gotten lackadaisical. And I think the most important thing you could do, not only to save your finances from inflation with food, I mean, remember eggs, I was talking about eggs and the culling of all these chickens, millions and millions of them. And I know bird flu's been around forever, I get that. But they don't just go out and kill that many birds, right? Every year. And now you're seeing the price of eggs exploding. The price of feed to feed those chickens is exploding. All the expenses. Prepare, buy some food. This would be a great time to buy a water filter. Why? Because they're available on the shelves. I'll put the link to the one that I use, that I love. I bought it once, 12 years ago. And all I've had to do is replace filter cartridges, and I absolutely love it. But I've actually seen that company, we have nothing left. Like, we can't get the supplies to build the filters fast enough. And not only that, prices, when they go up, it's like, why not just do something now? Like right now, we're in this interesting lull, the war cycle in the economy that says it's turning down. Why not use now as a good motivation? A news story like this, where you go like, even if it was made up, the masses are gonna start to believe it. Why don't you use now to go out and get a little bit extra food, to go buy a water filter, to shore up your finances so that you're not rocked, and then you can make really good decisions when all of a sudden the deals are out there. And take back the land. Guys, I hope you got something out of this. The Economic Ninja is out.